Designing a house is not just about great aesthetics. A poorly designed and poorly positioned house is going to have a lasting impact on its value. The impact will be felt for years. In today's blog, we look at the importance of design on the value of the property and its livability. So, Klaus, I want to talk to you about the working with architects and designers, and what are some of the things that you see they don't take in consideration or they get wrong about designing their homes?
They don't take full advantage of the sun in lots of instances and where the breeze is coming from.
Why is that important?
Well, if you want to take advantage of the breezes, because your home's going to be firstly a lot more energy efficient. It's going to be cooler. It's going to be a far more pleasant home to live in. You can have your power bill's going to be less.
So is that the orientation of the windows and how the wind will go through the home?
Yeah, and it's the orientation of the whole home. The other thing is the taking advantage of the sun. So you've got a light home. You want to take advantage. You don't want your living area facing south. Otherwise,
why not?
Well, it's going to be cold.
Okay.
During winter.
Yeah, we've all lived in cold houses or apartments. That's because they are orientated towards the south.
Yeah. They're not. Someone's not taking time out in the whole preliminary process, right at the very beginning, and worrying about that block of land and how that house is going to be situated on that. And a lot of the time it's got to be designed to suit that block of land.
Well, that seems pretty obvious, so why isn't that done?
Well, it isn't. A lot of builders save costs by just they've got, say, 10 plans. They just grab one of them as long as it fits. They're happy with that.
Isn't there anybody in council that are checking that it's got the right orientation?
No, there's no
requirements.
Left up to no requirements whatsoever. It's got to reach certain requirements. It's got to be within the building envelope, and it's got to reach a certain energy rating. But there's no one, say, looking at where the best breeze is coming from, or the best sunlight comes from here.
Okay.
Or there's no one looking at the view, for example. Yeah.
So a standard home may miss the best aspect of the block, may miss the best views.
Happens all the time. You've got, I think it just comes back to they haven't got qualified people doing the job. A lot of the time it'll be a salesperson or, just they all of a sudden decided that house will suit that block of land. They really don't have the correct experience.
Right.
It takes years of experience.
So how does that impact on the finished product, both from the livability and the resale?
Well, let's go back to the livability. We'll start with the livability. It affects the livability in so many ways, just pure comfort. And I don't think we need to go, when it comes to resale of the home, I think it's fairly obvious. If you haven't taken into account the views, for example, you've got a little window looking at this great view. Well, the average buyer out there is going to say, well, what happened here?
You say a little window. Is putting in smaller windows, is that another cost-cutting aspect?
Yeah. It saves a lot of money. It saves a lot of money on the screens, the window coverings. It's cheaper. The less windows you've got, the better off you are as a builder. All right? So hence...
It's one way of bringing down the cost of the home. There's a lot of ways of doing that, isn't there?
An enormous amount of ways.
A house needs to be designed by taking into consideration the specifics of the block of land on which it's situated. At McCarthy Group, we really do understand the importance of good design to ensure the best return. So call us for more information or to arrange a meeting.